Dear Matsons, my daughter is not a morning person. This leads to awful mornings for the entire family with anger, tears, or all of us walking on eggshells. How do we create a more healthy and calm morning environment in our home? Sincerely, miserable mornings.
Amen. Nobody likes the grouchy kid who's going around getting angry and making everybody else miserable. It's no way to start. And yet, some of us are night people, some of us are morning people. So my first thought on that is really just having the honest conversation with your daughter and being able to talk about the fact that she's kind of doing the misery loves company mentality of like, she doesn't feel good, so she's making everybody else not feel good. And that's a temptation for all of us. So just having a really honest conversation to say, I see that mornings are tough for you. So let's come up with a plan to see as best you can. We're all going to be sensitive to that, but it doesn't give you a right to ruin all of our days too. So let's work as a team and try to figure this out.
I think it's kind of an opportunity, maybe for empathy. And one of the things that you can do is just to say to the other family members who are already on eggshells, hey, let's get off the eggshells thing. So, but let's be more intentional about this. So let's try to find a day when you happen to notice she's having a hard morning, and maybe it's one day a week where you're going to put some effort in to see what you can do to be of help, right? Is there anything I can do to help you? A sibling might say to that their sibling that's having the bad day.
Teaching servanthood.
And then verbally communicating that it's time for that person to take their turn too, right? To notice the sibling that helped them, maybe for when they're having a bad day, how they need to initiate towards them as well, because we're a family and we take turns in this kind of stuff. But there's not going to be this continual every day. Our worlds are revolving around your misery here. That's not happening anymore. As a parent, you set the tone for that, and you create some structure around that. And maybe some rewards can be a part of that as well. Usually behind the scenes compliments, like, hey, I noticed that you went above and beyond with her, that when you didn't really have to or probably didn't want to. And affirming behind the scenes the effort that's put in there, and then really coaching up the daughter that's initiating the challenge in there when they take the time and energy to go that direction for another member of the family.
So you're talking about creating empathy, abilities to serve one another when each of us are in one of those funks and having a hard time. And then also, we just want to say, figure out a game plan with your daughter and saying, okay, what is so hard about mornings for you? And so I would say majority of those kiddos, it's procrastination, it's maybe pushing the limits on how tired they are, and it's harder to get up. So see if we can get to the problem from the back door by thinking about planning the night before. Getting those lunches made, picking out the outfits, knowing how you're going to do your hair if it's a daughter. I mean, those kinds of things can create massive meltdowns in the morning.
Oh, I've seen that.
Yeah, you've seen them. So being able to actually have the plan in place. And then also talking about the importance of sleep. The sleeping is vital, and none of us want to go to bed. There's so much more we got to do in the evening, and especially our kids are like, oh, I don't want to go to bed. But if you keep talking about, that's when their brain is getting smarter, they're recouping from the day, and your day tomorrow is going to be much better. So let's hit bed earlier, and you probably want to push it back a half hour starting point for that kid to see if maybe just a little more sleep can help with more of a natural wake up instead of this crabby rollover pillow and making everybody miserable.
And teens need more sleep. The studies are pretty clear about that. Their brains need more than when they were little. Not that they don't need a lot when they're little too, but it's so weird, to go into here and to talk to other teens right now that are staying up till 2 and 3 in the morning on their phones. Like, that's literally damaging to their brains and their development. They need more sleep than others in their life cycle. And so, as a parent, that's the why. That's the why you would ask them and teach them that if they really want to be able to be well in their own heads and brains, they need that rest.
Oh, and one more thing. Association. So think about something that would make this child, maybe just ask your daughter, what is it that would make you want to get out of bed and would get you excited about? So maybe it's a special tea that they get to have, or maybe they like the decaf coffee with the fun syrup in it, or maybe they enjoy having longer, slower wake up time. So that means they get up a little earlier, but then they can lay and they can snooze for 5, times.
Or a longer shower.
Or a longer shower, or maybe it's music, certain kind of music that's going to get them up. think about those kinds of things for association so the brain starts to rewire and doesn't dread mornings, but actually craves whatever that routine is in the morning. Those are kind of those backdoor secrets to help all of us, even us adults, can lean into those as well. So I have something really special for you. If you are parenting a daughter, we've created these courses helping moms raise confident daughters. And we talk about everything from her body to her relationships to her identity, all the things that you need to talk to your daughter about in this day and age. If you're interested in those courses, you can check it out in the show notes. You can hit that link, go find the course that's the right age for your daughter. And I'm helping coach you, mom, and then you get to have intentional conversations with your daughter. And we've provided a downloadable journal for your daughter to be able to have conversations with the Lord. It's a fantastic resource. And if you've got a daughter, second grade, all the way through high school, there's something for you. So you can check that out anytime in the show notes.
All right. Well, and until then, in the meantime, you're the right parent for this job. Tara and I are right behind you, celebrating and cheering you on.